Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a finale of our 64.5 Monogram Revell Mustang Convertible kit. What a blast. This kit has got to be it definitely is in the top 10 kits that I've ever done. I like it that much. Their detail, the fit, the mold, everything. Beautiful. If you're thinking about jumping on one of these kits, don't be shy. Let me get the people out of the way here. We had everybody show up. Even Officer Terry showed up today. Zach's finishing up the tires along with Jake. Daisy's trying to get a ride. Larry's making sure they didn't forget anything. TJ's in there. And Chandler's just finishing up that hood. We got Lee over here. Grandma T came. This was her favorite car. She loved the Mustang Convertibles. And Grandpa Mark showed up. I wanted to hurry up and get this done today because this is the 60th anniversary of the Mustang. And what better car to show off than the 64 convertible. And man, I'm telling you, good kit. Let's start off with the basics. I am going to do a video or a picture music montage at the end like I always do. So stick around and watch that. We'll have a lot of fun there. But this is a mixture of Tamiya's acrylic, sky blue, and Tamiya's acrylic chrome silver. And I'm pretty sure it's 4 parts of the sky blue to 1 part chrome silver. Any more than that, and this would have gotten way too light. The interior is all Tamiya's blue. That's the acrylic. I'm not going to throw numbers out because I got it buried with the shirt here. I did this kit. I did not mount the boot because this roof drops right in place and lays down nice. So I wanted to make it to where I could switch it back and forth. And to be honest with you, I'll probably show this with the convertible top up because I built this, other than the color is a little bit darker than I expected, but I built this to be the James Bond Thunderball Mustang convertible, 64.5 Mustang convertible. It was only in the show for maybe 4 minutes, but in that 4 minutes, I thought, I love that car. He's sitting in the passenger seat. She's scaring the bejesus out of him, driving down the road trying to get back to the motel. And she knew who he was. He knew who she was. And it was just fun to watch. Great movie. But anyhow, the interior, like I said, is just Tamiya's blue. And what I did with that is the seats got a wash of panel liner black. I completely washed them and then wiped them down, and that gave the grooves in the seats the dark and dark and light highlights. The carpet I did with a mix of Tamiya blue and acrylic black. And it was just like 1 or 2 drops of the acrylic black in that Tamiya blue. And that really made that look like carpet. And then on top of that, I took blue, white, and black pastel and kind of just dusted it here and there just to give it more life, I guess you would say. I also dusted the seats with pastel blue. The seats, the inside the door panels, and the back seat with just blue pastel. And that knocked the shine down, pulled the color around a little bit so that you have the variations of color, and really made it go nice. So let's pull this off because it's going to go flying. I'm going to pull the hood off. And on the hood, I snip this just a little bit so I can drop that in and out. And I'm going to pull this back a little bit, and I'll draw you down some here, and we'll look inside that hood. How's that? The Mustang stock 289 with the gold valve covers and the gold air cleaner. Nothing fancy there. The air cleaner, I took progressively larger bits, and I did drill that out. So it's open. You don't want to starve your carb. The carb was really detailed, and I thought about leaving this off just to show it and the linkage and everything, but I decided I really like that look, so I left it on. I did a real light panel liner on here, and then the center, the wing nut, I did with chrome silver just to highlight it. Working our way down. The brace is semi-gloss black with just a little bit of highlights of flat aluminum here and there. The brake I did with the titanium gold on the top, and then on the sides I did a metallic black. Tamiya's metallic. All of this is Tamiya paint. Tamiya metallic black. I used the 0.3 millimeter solder that I got off Amazon to do the plug wires, the battery cables, the fuel line, the vacuum advance, and the dipstick. I think that's it. Then I used a 0.8 millimeter line to do the heater hoses, and then the rest of it is pretty much stock build. I did acrylic black inside the firewall because I didn't want semi-gloss, and I don't really care for Tamiya's flat black. It's too, I don't know, it's just, it doesn't show up different with the semi-gloss. So I did that with the acrylic because that's really flat. The heater hose is, of course, Tamiya's rubber black. The fan is semi-gloss black. The engine is gloss black. The transmission, I had gloss black and switched it back to flat aluminum. Dogs have to be trained, right? The decals on this, there weren't many, but what there was went down fantastically. The water bottle for the windshield washer, I did the top in a flat white. And then the rest of that is semi-gloss black with, again, with the decal on there that dropped on there fantastically, no problems. But here's a shot, since we're drawn in here tight, of the Mustang decal. And that went down on there so nicely. They did give the white wall decals. I don't like using those. I never have because I just struggle with them. So I hand painted those using the same technique I did in the video I have posted on how to do red walls. Same thing, just with white. Scuff them up, ring them, done. It took 10 minutes to do all four, and that includes cleanup and putting everything away. I did use the knockoffs on these. I know it's not in the movie, but well, the paint's not the same either. But I did use the knockoffs, and since I did semi-gloss black in the center, and then I did get the red, white, and blue painted on the ring. So that worked out very well for me. While we're over here, let's flip this thing over. The underside, I know it's not right, but it's what I like. And I'm going to pull this back a little bit. I did this with semi-gloss and flat black. The headers are metallic black. The exhaust pipes are flat aluminum. And then I highlighted them. And I had somebody comment about this. I just highlighted them. The only thing I used is my Weathermaster C, I believe it is, and it's the orange rust, and just on a Q-tip, just very lightly here and there, and that's all I did. Panel liner around the ring here and on the tight spots, just to highlight them a bit. But that real light use of the Weathermaster, I think it's called Weathermaster C, and the link's in the description for it, really makes that stand out. I did do a little bit of the multi-pen chrome on the tips and then painted the insides black. The gas tank is flat aluminum. I did do a panel liner for the where the fuel pump is. Lines run out this way and down. The brake lines are molded in, so you can get away with doing it like that. Usually I run my brake lines. I forgot to paint this, and I had everything set up. I will paint this before this thing gets put away. Because if I ever do find a show in my area, I do want to take this kit. Not to compete with anything. I just want to show off how nice this kit can be. My front suspension, I think I said it in my update. These I painted all flat aluminum, but I broke it in between here where the spindles would be, or the turnbuckles would be, and then I didn't like it because without the turnbuckles actually being molded there, it just looked like a 3-year-old painted it. Let's put it that way. The shocks I did metallic gray, or not the shocks, but I'm sorry, the springs I did metallic gray. The straps I left the semi-gloss. The shocks themselves I did semi-gloss and then just highlighted the bolts a little bit. I didn't do the tires. I didn't do any dry brushing underneath this. And the reason why I didn't do that is because this is the Thunderball car. I figured it just came off of the boat, got brought out to the where they film it, and then started filming it. So it would have been clean as a whistle. But see how this will fit in here. And I'm doing this lefty, so it works out really good. The trim on this thing, the door handles are separate. The chrome here is really nice. The hubcaps, panel liner, and then I did the knockouts like I said. The bumper, let me pull you back just a smidge more here so I can get this in. The front bumper was the only thing that I had a little bit of disappointment in, is I couldn't get it to twist around, so it's on just a little slight up angle, and I'm gonna have to just deal with that because I was afraid I'd snap it. My grill came out awesome. The turn signals came out great. The grill is easy to do. Trust me, if I can do this, anybody can, because it's so prominently molded. The headlights went on no problem. Actually, the glass for the headlights is almost a press fit. I still use quick shine to hold the glass in place, and then I did a quick shine cover on that. As a matter of the whole car body got 3 coats of quick shine. I did 2 to seal everything. Then I put the decals on, and then I did 1 more over the top of that. And then I used Tamiya's fine polishing compound and did a very light polish on this. I did not want this to be like the wet look. I just wanted it to have a good shine to it because, like I said, it was going to be in a movie, and I doubt they would want it to be high gloss, especially when they film in it dark. The interior, the dash is awesome. If I can do it, anyone can. Trust me. On one of my updates, I talked about how I did it. Just float the paint to the to the highlights. Painted the pony on the glove box first, and then painted the black up to it. So that was easy. The radio got taken care of. I didn't put the antenna in because I know if I did, I'd bust it off. So it didn't come with one. And I just, every time I do that, I end up wishing I didn't. The back of this thing is beautiful. I'm not a big fastback fan, so this car is my favorite year. You know, the convertible and even the hardtop with the big trunk is what I like. The fastbacks, I just never took a shining to, and I think it's because I saw one of these first, and it was just cool. So the turn signals, I was just Tamiya's clear red, and I floated it into place. I'm going to put a picture of this in the end, but that gas cap has enough detail in it to where you can really go crazy. I did as much as I could. It's even got the red and the blue. I couldn't get the white in there. I knew it would just turn pink and purple if I tried. I did my old flat white trick on the backups, where I do flat white, let it dry for a few days, then hit it with a panel liner real light, real quick, take off any excess with a panel liner with a Q-tip, let that dry for a couple of days, and then hit it with quick shine to give it the lens look. And that worked out really good. The license plate is as close as I could do without going, you know, hours on end on Photoshop. But that's just photoshopped, and then I put it in Microsoft Publisher to shrink it down to size and printed it out on gloss photo paper. And they came out real good. They're easy to do. I am going to do a video on how I do decals. My shop crew all has the Texaco decals on the back now. They worked out real good. I had a couple of questions on how, and I'm looking for, how I did Lori's jumpsuit. There she is. Asking me how I did this. And what I did is, before I even got it wet, let me move the car out of the way here for a sec. Before I even got it wet, I cut the angles here, just eyeballed, and cut the angles on both sides of it, put it into place, you know, just to make sure it was close. Got it in the water, peeled them off, put them on here, and left them up tight to where they kind of overshot onto the straps. Got them dried and in place, came back with my knife, and on an angle like this, I got the knife up against the decal and then slowly drug it away and cut through the decal that was sticking on the top here. And that's how that got to where it sat down there that nice. I didn't use any of the, what do you call it? The decal setting solution that heats them up and melts them in. I wasn't sure how that was going to do on this paint, because I did not paint these. These are the American dioramas, and I was afraid that it just would conflict with those. So I got them on there, I let them dry overnight, and then I hit that with one shot of quick shine just to set them in place, and they all did very well. I gotta admit that they're a little glossy, and next time I go to the spray booth, I'll spray them with a little bit of Tamiya's flat, just to dull that down. I'll mix the flat in with the quick shine and hit it and knock the gloss off his shirt. I mean, that looks almost like a 1970s or 1980s parachute pants. But anyhow, with that, again, this is one of my favorite kits that I've ever gotten the privilege to make. And Bruce from Eclectic World sent this out to me because they were at Ollie's and I could not find one. Ours didn't have one, and Amazon was sold out. and he was kind enough to send me one, and I jumped on it as soon as I could because of the 60th anniversary. I think is tomorrow. Either way, I'm really close to it, and I'm really jazzed that I was able to finish this up for it. But there we go. Thank you for all your thumbs up. I'm getting real close to 5,000 subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and give me a subscribe so we can get up to that 5,000 mark. And I don't know, I might even try to do a live video for that. So we'll see. But let's start the music. Y'all have a great day, a better tomorrow, and a fantastic weekend. Thank you very much for watching.